Worst case scenario that we will come down to a low volume pump into this area and by tomorrow we get smashed down here. But this is my next trade setup. Only need to be a little bit more patient, guys. Bitcoin got a bearish weekly close and now the big question is this already over? Are we going any lower, or is the small bounce that we're experiencing right now the real deal? That is what I want to talk about. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here once again, and especially for everyone that watched yesterday. Insane, guys, insane. Let's try to repeat this again today and smash up the like button, destroy it. Get here again as many people as possible watching this video. So here we are today, not wasting any time, and go directly to the Bitcoin chart, to the weekly chart. So here on the weekly chart, you see Bitcoin got a bounce from that green underlying support area that we were looking out for, but unfortunately also a weekly close from last week below the 22 moving average. So this week we really need to get a close above, otherwise things on stochastic RSI on this high time frame will start to look really bad. I actually want to see here, yeah, so we technically got here already a sell signal again, but guys, this can still change. So if we get a move above the 22 moving average to $60,800 and close above that level here, then we will get here also a pinch back to the upside and turn this into an immediate buy signal. Is there any chance that we actually reaching this week these kind of levels and if we close above them? When we're looking on the 12-hourly chart, I would say from what I see here right now, yes. Why? Because we came back into that green box area here from $56,600 to $57,700, and we technically put in a higher low. If you look here at this, so overall we put in a higher low. We did not break this low here, which is a good sign, but we need now to see some follow through here to the upside to get above the EMA ribbon that just flipped bearish here over the weekend and is also coinciding with the point of control that the bears are right now controlling, the $60,800 level, as you can see here with all this volume traded past historical price action here. On the other side, the indicators telling us that we are ready to get continuation to the upside. The MACD is about to flip bullish here. On the RSI, we got a nice pinch to the upside, and the stochastic is also printing a buy signal. And we have just 2 minutes left for cementing the direction to the upside. On the daily time frame, also here, you can now see in a zoomed in view that green area that I pointed out, that we are just about to close the 12-hourly candle slightly above that, and that would open up the doors for today to get at least a move close to $60,300, $60,400 into the above sitting resistance area that we are seeing here. The only problem that I have with this is that, first of all, today is a national holiday in the USA, so markets are closed there. And it could be that this is just a low volume pump into this area, and by tomorrow we get smashed down here back to like $58,400, consolidate, and then later we get a pump here above the $60,000 mark. So we need to take all price movements today with a little bit grain of salt here, unless we would get a really nice pump above $61,000 and close a couple 4-hourly candles above that level. The imbalance that is here in this daily candle is still not closed. There's still this area left from $62,700 to $61,000 approximately, that at some point definitely will get tapped. I believe that when Bitcoin starts moving up now, here on this 12-hourly chart, that we are actually going to tap into this. But for this, we also need to, here on this downward sloping parallel channel, to break this middle range level, which is exactly sitting at the bottom of that range at $61,100 currently. But don't forget, we had a long time ago kind of drawn out this scenario here, and I still believe that we are completely on track with that. So we only need to be a little bit more patient, guys. But I think once we are coming here over that VPVR 12-hourly time frame, that is the MDX Algo VPVR at $59,300. Once we're breaking above that, I believe things are starting to look increasingly more bullish for us here for the next coming days. Here on the 1 hourly chart, I might pull the trigger here in a minute to open this trade on the 1 hourly time frame. Remember, guys, I spoke about this yesterday and said if we get above $58,400, I will be opening a long position here into the downward sloping resistance of $61,000. And I just want to see how this 1 hourly candle plays out. Of course, if that one starts to pump like crazy, then I'm gonna miss potentially now the entry, but I need some more confirmation around the current price level before I enter this trade, and you should do the same. But this is my next trade setup here, 4.25% to the upside. If you trade it with 20x, you make almost 100, you make like almost 90% on that move against a 22% stop loss, which is in my opinion absolutely fine because the risk to reward ratio is 1 to 3.8 here. Don't forget that we started to break out of this small falling wedge here, and the target of that small falling wedge is the top of $62,400, but yeah, we have this downward sloping resistance coming in, hence why I want to take profit first there, because there is resistance and we could get rejected from this level. When we go to the MDX Algo liquidation levels, then you see here more and more short over leverage liquidity is building up just slightly above current prices here, which is insane. I don't understand these people that are trying to come in late and short more and more and more, when you see that on the lower time frames and the higher time frames we are already experiencing exhaustion and prices ready to bounce back to the upside. I don't get it, you know. So because here $60,800 is now a really logical level to be tapped just to liquidate all these high leveraged short positions, and that would of course also then help to get a bounce from the 50 moving average of the 200 moving average and to flip the EMA ribbon back into an uptrend on this 4 hourly time frame. So now when we are going into the liquidation heat map here, also the direction is still to the upside. The most of the liquidity is still sitting above us. Let's go to a weekly chart to see what happened here over the last week. And most of the liquidity is concentrated above us. Can we get here theoretically a flush to like $57,000? We could, but I don't see it happening right now. I really don't see it happening because we start eating here into these really big levels here on the liquidation heat map, and as soon as we tap into $59,600 here in this hottest area, we should get a short squeeze to around $61,500. So there will be a multi-cascade of liquidations being triggered and profit taking with stop losses set in profit that will help us to get propelled into the $61,000 area really quickly. And then here $60,900 should turn into support once we are breaking this level. Then also when we're looking at the MDX Algo gradient, you see here a price action completely has cooled down. We are here in a green phase and starting to get slightly in a blue phase again. And also the super trend indicator here in red, which is right now resistance around the $59,000 price level, will most likely get broken when price starts to heat up now on the MDX Algo gradient. The only level that we need to look out for a little bit is $59,400. Here is a small supply zone, but it's really small, and so on a 4 hourly time frame, I believe that this will not give us a lot of resistance. And also here on the MDX Algo reactor indicator, we are also nicely set up to get a move to the upside over the next couple of hours. And guys, don't forget, if you don't have any money to trade and you want to get some money this week, then make sure that you sign up on ZoomX and deposit $100 to stand a chance to win $500. So the sign up bonus is completely gone, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe I can do something. I will talk to ZoomX if they can extend it for another 100 people. But for now, it's gone. If you want to get some money here, deposit $100 and then you stand a chance to win twice per week $500 with the link in the description, guys. And you can trade there also without any KYC and without VPN, which is really nice for people that cannot use a Bybit. Now, when we're going to the total free, here we were talking about yesterday, worst case scenario that we will come down to $544 billion, which is exactly what happened here. So today I would like to see a reclaim of $562 billion that we get above the prior support level. And that will act then as the point of continuation into the downward sloping resistance line that we need to break to get a proper breakout on major altcoins. The Bitcoin dominance is still going sideways here, but as long as Bitcoin is not getting like a $2,000 candle to the upside, I would expect here that over the next couple of days we come a little bit down again before we get then one more spike to the upside where 57.2% should act as resistance and then get follow through to lower levels. Otherwise, everything stays the same. The 60% level will be the ceiling for the dominance, and from there it will only go down if we will ever reach this point. And also for altcoins, guys, if you want to trade many altcoins and you don't have any money and you don't want to basically gamble if you win or not the $500 on ZoomX, then go to Bybit and sign up there, deposit $100, and you get immediately a $500 airdrop position on all these coins here that you are seeing here. All these coins are available to claim a $500 airdrop position, and there you don't need to wait like with ZoomX that I draw a number and whatever. Just go to Bybit with the link in the description. There is a link specifically for the airdrop position, and take advantage of that while you can still grab it, because in 16 days this is expiring, guys, and you need to take advantage of exchanges as long as they are throwing around free money, guys. So do it while it's still possible. Now, when we're looking at Ethereum got a nice bounce here from $2,430, but also here we are still not out of the woods yet. We need to break this big downward sloping trend line here first, and only from there I would open a new long position, which is at $2,600, so that's roughly a little bit more than 3% away from current prices. Even though the indicators are showing some strength here on the daily, we are getting now a buy signal. The RSI is going to the upside. Would I argue? No, I will not argue about this. So once we are breaking this downward sloping trend line, I believe also here we finally will get a nice run in Ethereum here. So much imbalance along the way that needs to be cleaned up all the way up to $3,200, and that will be my target once we are breaking this downward sloping trend line. Then for Solana got a nice bounce out of that green area, and remember, guys, I always told you when we come back into the green area, that is a level from where you should start longing. Now you can argue, no, we broke this downward sloping trend line. So even now it would be still a good moment to long from here, and you can decide for yourself if you want to scalp trade this, if you want to keep this all the way up to like $160, $170. So I will open after this video actually a position on Solana, two positions, one high leverage scalp into $142, and the next, and then the low leverage one into $176 from current price levels. So because we have broken this downward sloping trend line, which was really important, the stochastic is going to the upside, the MACD is printing a buy signal, the RSI is going up, so everything is in alignment for continuation here to the upside. So then when I looked at ICP, also ICP price action completely cooled down in a MDX algo gradient. Here I'm also waiting for a break of this downward sloping trend line. We might do it in the current 4-hourly candle, so that's what I'm waiting for. And once we are doing that, I will potentially already enter this and change here the trade setup a little bit. So this will be the trade setup that I will be looking out for. Here almost 20% to the upside with a 6.4% stop loss. So I will not use crazy leverage on that. I will use something like 6-7x. That's more than enough on a trade like that. And here also on the MDX gradient, I get a reversal indication. Actually two reversal indications. This one here, so here this orange arrow, and also here this dot plot. And both is telling me that we should get now a nice move to the upside. Again, guys, if you want this amazing indicator suite, and there's a tons of indicators on there, use the link in the description. You still get 10% discount only if you use that link. And don't forget, if you don't know how to use these indicators, no problem guys, I got you. The team of MDX Algo will get on a call with you and will walk you through exactly how to use them. There's no other indicator company out there that is actually providing a service like that. So take advantage of that, go sign up with the link, get your 10% discount, and then schedule a call with them if you have any questions how to actually use these indicators, because they're amazing and they made us in the past a lot of money and also helped us to save a lot of money on the way hold down, because since we moved down from, what was it, $64,000. Personally, I was not trading a lot, guys. Really, I wasn't. Then Telegram also looks finally ready to go here to the upside based on the indicators. Here I'm also still waiting for a break of $5.28 from this downward sloping resistance line. But here's something juicy waiting for us, and this big imbalance candle here that should bring us all the way back to like $6.75 once we are breaking here this downward sloping trend line. And also the 50-moving average is already slowly turning around, which is also an indication for that momentum is now shifting back to the upside. And I will be honest, I'm stuck in this trade for like 10 days or something. I have potentially to wait another week to get out of it, but then it will finally pay and make me some profit, so which I'm willing to wait out for. Then RUNE is another coin that I'm getting really interested in right now, because we have here technically a falling wedge that we are breaking out of, which is in here. Basically, the bottom line can be seen here with the 200 moving average. And we just broke out here with this current 4-hourly candle. I would wait for a break of $3.95 before I would enter this. And still trade this into like $4.52, which can happen really, really quickly. So we just need to change here a little bit. So there's a 15% move, more or less, a 3.94% stop loss for this specific trade here. So just wait that we get at least a 30-minute candle close above $3.96. There I would enter this and trade this into $4.52. Also here the indicators, they were on the daily massively oversold here. Look, stochastic is about to print a buy signal. MACD still a little bit bearish, but RSI going up, price action putting in a bottoming candle if we close at current levels or a little bit higher. So a lot of signs here on the horizon for a bigger reversal. So then when we're looking at near, also here, we're getting close to a break of this downward sloping trend line. Also here, I'm willing to take a trade from $4 all the way back up to $4.90. Once we are breaking this downward sloping trend line, we should get a bounce from the 200 moving average with the 50 moving average. And that would then also be the signal for continuation to the upside. And when you look at it on the daily, also here, same story like with RUNE. We're about to get a buy signal on the stochastic RSI, the RSI pointing to the upside. MACD still looks a little bit bearish, but as soon as we break this downward sloping trend line, it becomes a really, really juicy entry point for us. And guys, that's it already for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you with more money tomorrow.